Welcome back to Mental Wellness Evolution. I'm Jeff. Thanks for being here. Today we're talking about how physical and mental health go hand in hand, okay? So if you're dealing with mental health issues, guys, one of the best things that you can do for yourself is to start getting some exercise. See, exercise is the most underutilized antidepressant on the face of planet Earth. And it's also one of the most challenging things to do when we're trapped in a negative mental state, okay? So I understand kind of how challenging this can be to make yourself do in certain aspects, but it's also something that we have to start demonstrating maybe a little bit of discipline to in order to get done. Now, it's important to understand when dealing with mental health and stuff, guys, that the language of our brain is behavior. So our brain only understands the way that we've always done it, what we like to do, what we do all the time. So if we sit on the couch and we tend to like get stuck in some negative thought patterns, negative thinking, depressive states and stuff like that, our brain kind of works against us in this facet. And even though we know that it's not helping us, that's just the way that we're actually wired. But when you have this awareness of how the brain works, we understand that in order to make ourselves feel better, we have to demonstrate new behaviors. And in order to go in different directions and demonstrate new behaviors, lots of times we have to move through discomfort. We have to move through what's going on inside of ourselves. We have to kind of rationalize the thinking and emotional sides of our brain in like, hey, brain, we're going to feel good after we do this. And I get it, guys. This can be really, really hard when we're down and in the dumps and we're out and we're not feeling that great. And there are times where we have to kind of weigh, what's really going on within ourselves. Sometimes we just do need to rest, guys, and that's okay. But if we get stuck in that pattern where we just keep coming home, you go to work, you come home, you just lay on the couch, you veg out, you watch TV, and you do that over and over and over again, you're going to get trapped in that state very, very quickly. But I know personally that the only way I've ever gotten out of those states is to start doing something, to start moving, to start getting myself going, regardless of what that looks like, okay? And I promise you guys that if you start taking really good care of your physical health, it is going to have a significant effect on your mental health and well-being, okay? So find exercise, guys, that you will do. This is the most important thing with exercise. I think immediately people, when you say exercise, the first thing they think is that I have to go to the gym and I have to crush weights or run for an extended period of time, do this over and over again. And that's not the case at all. We just want to get ourselves moving. We want to get ourselves going in some way, shape, or form. And the best way to guarantee that you're going to do some exercise and something like that is to find something that you actually enjoy doing. Now, I'm a gym guy who likes to go to the gym and crush weights because I love the feeling it gives me. I feel strong. You have muscles, hey, and it's a little ego thing, but hey, we enjoy it as well. But find what you like to do. There's so many different ways we can go about exercising in any facet. You want to go swimming, go ride a bike, go for a walk, join a rec volleyball league or ball team. Find something that you know that you will do, because then you're far more likely to do it. If you dread it all the time and it's something that you actually hate and don't enjoy, you're far more likely to not do it. So figure out something that you actually enjoy that gets you moving. And it can be as simple as going for a walk, guys. Go outside and get some fresh air. And especially when you're down in a depressive state, just getting out in nature. Nature in and of itself is a vibration that's very, very calming. So when you're actually in some of those states, just getting outside, feeling the sun, getting some fresh air, moving around for just even a little bit, I promise you it's going to help you and give you a significant boost in your mental health and well-being, okay, guys? But remembering too, guys, that sometimes we are not going to want to do these things. Our mental health goes against us in some of these aspects where it's going to be like, you don't want to do that. You just don't want to do that. But that's also the brain again, guys, the behavior. Remember, the language of the brain is behavior. It only understands what we do all the time. So if we do the same things over again, you start an exercise routine, the brain sees safety in it and it starts wanting to do those types of things. I mean, are there days where I kind of don't want to go to the gym? Sure. But I can rationalize that with myself in that aspect. And then the discipline aspect of things kicks in, guys. But once that momentum starts with kind of getting some exercise, regardless of what it looks like for you, I promise you it's going to become a lot easier for you to do, okay? And then the other thing that goes hand in hand with this is we got to start eating healthy, guys. What you put into your body is literally what generates your cells. It's literally what rebuilds your body. Whatever you're putting into yourself is what you're going to get out of it. So if you're putting in consistently just nothing but absolute processed garbage and, seed oils and just lots of fats and heavy carbs and those types of things, they're not going to make you feel better. And it's like this paradox that we fight within ourselves. You're like, I just want to eat a big meal. And when you're already feeling like garbage, you go home and you crush a whole pizza and some chips and stuff, well, you just feel like garbage after that too. So that just drives you further down into the dirt. You don't have to do a complete overhaul of your diet right away. I think it's far more important that we look at making this a sustainable change over a long period of time. We want to be able to eat healthy for the rest of our lives. And that doesn't mean we have to cut everything out of our lives, guys. This is where that crash dieting is just stupid. We want to make it a lifestyle change. We want to make something that we can sustain. So we can start with maybe some smaller changes in our lives. You start adding vegetables to 2 or 3 meals a week, or you start having a couple salads instead of a big plate of pasta, and you start getting maybe a protein bar instead of a chocolate bar. Just little changes, little things that are going to help us, eat healthier, that are going to give our body more fuel, because our body needs that fuel, guys, and that's going to help you. These two things will go hand in hand. But you're going to feel better if you eat better, you guys. I'm telling you. I probably eat clean probably 80 to 85% of the time. I still have days and stuff where I allow myself to go out. I'm not so anal about my diet that I won't allow myself to have a cheeseburger or crush some pizza, or I had pierogies with my family or something like that. We need to allow those things too, guys, because life, we don't want to just restrict ourselves, because that just becomes depressing in and of itself. But we need to be, as we get older, especially, like I'm 40 years old, so I'm trying to keep myself in as good a shape as I possibly can so I can avoid the long-term kind of health issues. But we want to make sure that we're giving ourselves that nourishing fuel, that good food. And I'm telling you guys, you realize how much better and how much more food you can actually eat when you start to eat healthy. I sit down and I'll eat 2 entire chicken breasts and an entire plate of vegetables for less calories than a double Big Mac at McDonald's. And it's like, what is a double Big Mac going to fill you up? It doesn't at all. Are they good once in a while? Absolutely. But if that's your only form of sustenance, it's like, what are you fueling yourself? You probably notice yourself lethargic and not having energy throughout the day. That's a part of this, guys. Not only is exercise going to help you with that, but eating a proper diet is going to give your body the fuel that you need to get through the day, especially if you're physically working and you're out on your feet and stuff like that all day. If you're just eating crap, you sit down at lunchtime and you eat cookies and all kinds of junk food and garbage, well, you're not giving yourself the fuel you need to get through the day. And I'm telling you guys, you start working these things in tandem, you start getting yourself in a little bit better shape, you're going to start to feel better. I know that I can say unequivocally that changing my diet and exercising literally changed my life. I'm a totally different person now because I went through all of those things. And now I just became a person that goes to the gym and eats healthy. That's just part of who I am. That's the goal, guys, is to be the type of person that exercises and eats healthy. And again, we don't have to be so ridiculous where you have to kill yourself every single day. If you're out getting active 3-4 times a week, especially in the summertime. I know I'm in Saskatchewan, so it's cold in the winter, so it's a little bit more challenging, but you might be able to join a hockey team in the winter and stuff like that too, okay? But as you get these things in tandem, they're going to help you. You're going to your clothes start to fit better. You start to look better. Your face thins out. You have more energy. You're more vibrant. It builds your confidence. And in turn, that helps you deal with the mental health issues. That, like I said, guys, has changed me more than anything that I've done in my life. And I've utilized a ton of different tools that I will discuss in various different talks throughout the course of this channel. But those are the things that really, really did it for me. I was a super overweight guy, with super low confidence, super low self-worth, all of those types of things. And I built myself back up into a person who is confident, who walks with their chest held high, who feels good about myself, who has energy throughout the course of the day, who likes the way I look, who likes the way I am. And it took me time to get there, guys, but we can actually do it. And I don't struggle with the mental health issues as badly anymore. Now, obviously, we're all inherently human, guys. We're going to have days that are good and days that are bad. But I don't allow myself to get stuck there, because I know if I keep demonstrating that behavior, that eventually my brain will get comfortable there. And that's all that I'm going to want to do. And sometimes we do have to be disciplined with it, guys. Sure, I would love to just sit down and crush pizza every day. Let's be honest. We all love pizza, right? But instead, I'm going to have one night I'll have my cheat meal. So for example, tonight I'm having a chicken pot pie, which I'm going to crush, but tomorrow I'm going to have salad and chicken. And then the day after I'm going to have a steak and chicken, a steak and salad. And it's just like, it's picking your spots where, you give yourself that little bit of grace and those kind of things. And then we kind of eat healthy the rest of the time. So be mindful with this, guys, because physical and mental health, they go hand in hand, okay? They work in tandem. The better you are with one, you're going to be better with the other, and vice versa. So start focusing on your physical health. Start getting a little bit of exercise. Start getting up and getting moving as often as you can. And again, guys, it doesn't have to be something ridiculous. You can just even, like I said, go for a walk, go for a bike ride, whatever that may be. Just get yourself out, get yourself moving. Eat good food. Eat as much dense food as you can, like good lean proteins, vegetables, things like Greek yogurt, eggs, stuff like that, that's going to help you to regenerate your body. And I promise that's going to help you have more energy as well, because if your entire diet is a bunch of like processed garbage and heavy carbs and things like that, refined carbohydrates, you're not giving your body the fuel you're going to need, and you're going to weigh yourself down, and you're not going to have your energy levels where you want to need, okay, or where you want them to be, guys, okay? So work on your physical health, guys. Take care of your body. Take care of your body. That's going to help take care of your mind. They'll work hand in hand. And the better you get at taking care of your physical body, the better you're going to get mentally as well. Have a great day, guys.